So the day before Toy Fair round 2, we're back with a little bit more news. I might do another one of these later tonight if we get a lot more stuff. Not really sure. Again, I'm just kind of reading all this stuff as we go to give a bit of an update as far as what we know is coming, some new stuff since this morning's video. So we're going to start with some Hasbro stuff. So we got more confirmation about what the Star Wars Black Series Hyper Real figures are. They are indeed 8-inch figures. Seems to be still $80. We know for sure that Vader is coming. We got a few shots of him. He comes in a collector style box. He's got a base and he looks like he has swappable forearms and hands. I don't know what's going on with this. It really seems odd. I don't know that anybody wanted this. It seems kind of like a middle of the road between Black Series and like a Hot Toys or Sideshow, like Hasbro's answer to that, but at a cheaper price point. So I don't know. I suppose we're going to see more. Personally, not interested, but I do think it looks pretty cool. I just don't think I need to own it. We do have the first image from the Marvel Legends 80th anniversary collection. So we've got just this is part of the slide deck from the Marvel or the Hasbro investor meeting this morning. And it shows us the 3 Alex Ross design figures, so Iron Man and Thor and Captain America, but it also has an in-package shot of the first appearance Wolverine and Hulk comic 2-pack. So that one in particular, I'm very, very interested in. There were quite a few rumors about this wave, about this line, so I'm assuming they're going to pan out. It all seemed pretty detailed and pretty accurate, so we're going to find out sooner rather than later on that. Let's see, there's one other thing that would be Hasbro Power Rangers. We have gotten the first shot of what looks like the Hasbro area. It doesn't really give us a great deal of information or anything, and it shows us that the White Ranger is indeed on display. The packaging is on display for that figure. It might be really hard to make out here, so take my word for it. And then we have got shots of the kids section, and then they also seem to have the screen-used Megazord suit on display, which that's just kind of cool. The whole area looks very lively and just fantastic. So I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be shown there. So we've got Black Series, and then we've got Marvel Legends, and we got Power Rangers, but there's more Star Wars news as well. So we have gotten some kind of tidbits out there from Yakface that there is going to be a retro-styled line of figures, and that doesn't indicate vintage collection. That's its own thing. Those are new figures on vintage card backs. This sounds like new figures that look like Kenner figures. So I'm thinking true 5POA, think of reaction figures, true 5POA Star Wars figures, which frankly, I'm very much interested in. We have no information. This is straight from Yakface. He's almost always correct. So I'm just going to say, yeah, it's probably coming, and we'll find out tomorrow. And then there was a little blurb that was found regarding the Hasbro Pulse thing that I talked about earlier, which shows that there is possibly going to be a Black Series subscription service. So I guess you can guarantee that you get all the figures directly from Hasbro rather than hunting or pre-ordering through a third party. You would instead pay a flat fee or something. It sounds very similar to Matty Collector, so I'm not too sure if that's even necessary or what even the details are. We just have kind of this one image. Let's see, beyond that, we have gotten possible confirmation of the Mattel Mega Construx Castle Grayskull size. We still don't have any show floor pictures or anything like that. We have no legit pictures, still more 3D renders, but this one shows dimensions, and it shows that it is 13 inches tall by about 19 inches wide, but it looks like it's only that big when it's open. So it's like the actual vintage Castle Grayskull or the classics, where you hinge it at the side and it makes the playset open. So once you open it to be that kind of corner aspect of it, it'll be that wide. So it has a decent amount of size on it. It's still smaller than I think a lot of folks would want. I'm just going to stick with my classics for now. But it's cool to finally get something, and that came from Paul Mart's store. They're an online retailer, and they usually have a lot of this stuff surprisingly early. So I'm going to take that to be likely true for now. We got confirmation that Storm has, Storm Collectibles that is, has the Darkstalkers license. And you know, from my channel, I don't review Storm Collectibles. I don't have any Storm Collectibles. That's not to say I'm not interested. They just haven't had any licenses that I've been interested in. That changes today. Of course, we know they have Fist of the North Star, which I'm very interested in, but we still haven't really seen anything. So I'm curious what they have got in the pipeline for that. All we have so far is just a teaser image. And then lastly, the last thing we've got, well, we've got another one. We've got the interesting and kind of weird Transformers and Ghostbusters crossover that I don't know that anybody knew was coming. So we've got a Transforming Ecto-1, which I don't know. I don't care that much about Transformers personally, and I'm only a passing Ghostbusters fan, really. So this is cool. I think it looks kind of weird in robot mode, but in car mode, I think it looks pretty legit. So you can pre-order that on the Hasbro Pulse website, assuming it hasn't sold out already. It's been up for most of the day. And then the last thing comes from DC Collectibles, which honestly I find kind of odd, just based on the fact that they were absorbed into that other Warner Brothers kind of subsidiary, and we don't really know if this was new stuff or stuff that they had coming in the pipeline or what's going on, but they've revealed a 9-inch DC Prime line, and the first figure is a very armored Batman, which looks pretty cool. He is in a scale that I don't even remotely want, but it certainly looks cool, very detailed, lots of stuff, so that's a cool figure if you're interested in a bigger scale Batman. But the really weird thing that they revealed is this DC Luchador Mexican wrestler style line, which I don't know, there's something about these that just pop. They look really good. The colors look really interesting. We've got 6 different figures, I think. We got Cheetah, Wonder Woman, Batman, Deathstroke, Metallo, and Superman, all done up in a very stylized fashion, very bright, vibrant, saturated colors. So I'm sure we're going to see more. They look like they're kind of competing with the Savage World type of stuff, although at probably a higher price point, higher articulation count, and then definitely just more detail. So maybe that specific kind of squatty design, but done up in a different way. Either way, I like it. I don't know if I'm going to get them or if I'm even that interested, but they are different and they're new and they're weird, and that usually does it for me. So that's kind of where we're at right now. It's kind of midday-ish on Friday, the day before Toy Fair. So if we get any more news, I will post some more stuff tonight. And then I'm sure this weekend is going to be just an onslaught of new stuff, and I will try to keep up as best I can. So until then, I'll catch you later.